Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Monday. All right, so we have over 30 plus questions answered by Scheana from her Amazon Live that was shared, and we're going to get into all of it because it was very telling. On top of that, Jax and Brittany, you remember them from the show. They're talking about whether or not they would actually return to Vanderpump Rules, and Stassi Schroeder is commenting on Kristen Doute's cameo, which I found to be really interesting. But before we jump into all of this, you guys know how this works. If you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And also, just like it says on the banner below, join us for our Vanderpump Rules members only edition. That's tonight. It's our members only. It's $2.99 a month, but every Monday night we're going live at 7 p.m. Eastern. Everyone wants to know the real story about what's happening with Pump Restaurant, Lisa Vanderpump's restaurant, and a few other things. Jason got the behind the scenes information, and we will be talking about it only on members only. So that'll be tonight, 7 p.m. I will pin the link in the comments. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys. So I have to say a huge thank you to All About the Real Housewives because, well, they literally are the ones who posted this. So I don't want to take credit for it. I just want to talk about it. I think it's always important to give a shout out to a fellow content creator. Now, this is what was being said because Scheana answered a lot of questions. Hold on. Who are your closest friends on the cast? She said Ariana, but I've gotten much closer with Lala. And she said that their moms and their daughters are best friends too. Next question. What do you think about Rachel sleeping over at Tom's? She said, I think it was disrespectful. Goes on to say how while she was in court for this restraining order nonsense, Raquel is sleeping with Tom. The level of disrespect is an all-time high. I agree. She was asked, do you want more kids? Brock does. She is not there yet. Maybe when Summer is 4 years old. Her labor was very scary with complications. She was asked then, is Ariana ready to date again? Scheana doesn't think that she is. She said that she's just focused on herself and her business, which, speaking of which, if you guys didn't catch our recap for Vanderpump Rules last week, we were on with the Vanderpump Rules Party podcast ladies, Sarah and Holly, and they ended up talking about walking past something about her sandwich shop. And before there was a something about her sign, now there's not. So they're wondering if maybe the location changed or what's actually going on behind the scenes with that. I'll do my best to figure that out as well. But let's keep going. Were you surprised that Tom cheated? Scheana said, I can't say I was surprised in general since he cheated in the past, but we will find out more in the scene that Scheana filmed with him as well as the reunion. She said that she was surprised at how it happened and that it was with Raquel. She even thought Ariana was his person. She believed that he had evolved from the person that he was with Kristen. Well, that didn't happen, Scheana. The exact question asked was, who almost got into the physical altercation? Was it the Toms? Her reply was, I can't confirm who it was, but I can tell you it was not Schwartz and Sandoval. I know Jax put it out there that it was the Toms who got physical. It was not both of the Toms, but you will have to stay tuned to the reunion to see all of that. It was literally like the first 5 minutes of the reunion. People are already out of their seats, coming at each other, and Andy had to step in. Production had to step in. It was a lot right off the bat. I was not ready for that. I'm just like sitting there as these people are going at each other in front of me. Whoosh. Okay. Will you film with Rachel or Tom next season? That's a great question. I want to know the answer to that question. Hey, Scheana, will you film with Rachel or Tom? She said, no, I want nothing to do with them. She said everything she needs to say to Tom. She was then asked, do you keep in touch with your ex-husband, Mike Shea? And she said she has been talking to him a lot more lately since his mom recently passed away. And she wanted to go to his mother's funeral, but she could not since it was the same day as the reunion. Out of all of the seasons, does this current one top them all? Scheana said, I feel like the season has been the craziest to watch back. She said that she knows the first night they hooked up was after boys' night. So by the time they were at the pool party, they were already sleeping together. And on to the wedding, well, Raquel showing up 3 hours late. Scheana's friends had since gone back through her camera reel. This was one of Scheana's friends. Went back through her camera reel and spotted the two of them in the background at the pool in a cabana while everyone else was getting ready. She got actual chills this morning reading the story about Raquel spending the night at Ariana's house. Were all of the charges dropped? Yes, it couldn't be dismissed early. It had to go to the day of the hearing. Have you spoken to Jax? She said, yes, we always talk, even more so lately. Jax and Brittany will be on her podcast soon. Do you regret being a loyal friend to Raquel or Rachel and defending her in the past? Scheana said, no. At the end of the day, I was being a good friend. I thought that she was a good person, doesn't want to regret being a good friend. Hindsight is 2020, and seeing Katie's perspective especially has been humbling. Any thoughts on Miami Girl? Has she reached out to anyone since Scandoval? She said, yes, it was true. It was always true. She tried to convince Ariana back then, but no one has heard from Miami Girl. Then she was asked to spill the tea about what happened with Rachel after Watch What Happens Live, and she said that tea is tomorrow on Scheana's podcast. She's going to get into what did or didn't happen. It's not the version that Rachel put out there. And as we know, well, it was said, Scheana said this, that Rachel grabbed her wrist and she pushed her away from her. She's like, don't grab my wrist. And she said that she showed no remorse, but she never physically made a fist and punched her in the face. Again, you guys know how I feel about this. I feel like Scheana should take her for her attorney's fees. I think that's fair. Okay. Why do you still use Shay for your last name? She said it's her legal name, it's her stage name too, and it doesn't bother Brock. She may change her legal name, but she is keeping Shay as a stage name. Was it addressed at the reunion how Tom dressed up as Raquel for Halloween? She said, I think that they addressed it, but I was personally off-site, but not when her part of the reunion was filmed. She had a live stream in her trailer, but Ali and Brock were also there, so they were getting wrapped up in talking to each other, so she may have missed some specifics, but yes, she thinks it was discussed. Have you and Katie mended your friendship? They are in a really good place and have banded together for Ariana, seen each other more in the last 3 weeks than the last year. Scheana, Katie, and Ariana will be DJing Emo Night next Friday night, April 7th at the Avalon. Do you think Jax and Brittany will come back? She seemed hesitant to answer about this, but ultimately says maybe. It's been talked about and it could happen. Mentioned Kristen filming with Ariana and said, who knows? People might be coming back next season. Stay tuned. Ooh, that kind of gets me like, do we want a Jax and Brittany back on the show? You never know. What are Brock's thoughts on Scandoval? We were all completely shocked. Lala and Katie started questioning early. Scheana said that she questioned Raquel at the time and questioned Tom and brought some concerns to Ariana. We will see this all play out on the next season. The first night Scheana came home with suspicions, Brock convinced her there was no way that they would do that to them. They're good people, etc., etc. Ultimately, they wrote off Lala's suspicions. When does the reunion air, she was asked. Sometime in May. She assumes it will be a 3-parter. She did a behind-the-scenes reunion vlog with cast interviews that she will post to Patreon the week of the reunion. How did the news of the affair become public? Ariana alerted production first. She didn't want to keep quiet about it. The next day, cameras picked back up, and she doesn't know who leaked it to the tabloids, but says it was after the production team already knew. Okay. Did you call out Christina Kelly for showing up to dinner? The two of them had a really good conversation at the hotel where they made amends, and Christina let Scheana know that she wasn't there to cause any drama. They have become better friends, and she's excited for Christina to experience motherhood. Scheana invited Christina to her wedding after party, which won't be on the show, but will be on Scheana's Patreon. Have you and Katie made up? Yes, Katie, Ariana, and Scheana, again, are hosting the Emo Night. Do you talk to Stassi? Do you want her to come back? She said that we only talk on a surface level at shared events like birthdays, and she doesn't think that they would be ready to film together. How does James feel about everything? She said betrayed by his best friend, Sandoval was like his big brother. James is really upset over it. Okay, James, well, you also hooked up with Kristen using Tom's condoms in Tom's bed. So that one probably doesn't hold any merit. But hold on, it keeps going. To Brock, what does he think about Scandoval? Brock joins the live. They handled it poorly, really disappointing. To Brock, do you like filming Vanderpump Rules? His initiation was rough, but he likes filming with Scheana. All right, last but not least, here we go with the last 5. How many episodes until the reunion? And she thinks there are 7, but not sure how many episodes of additional footage there will be. Have you gone through your vlogs and caught things Vanderpump Rules cameras did not? She said, yes, Labor Day vlog especially, and the BravoCon After Dark vlog. Do you think that Tom and Rachel will be back next season? Brock says no one wants them to lose their job, and Scheana says nah, and shuts him down and tells him to go away, and he goes off camera. Are you getting close to Ali? Yes, we got ready together for a premiere party, which I was there. I did a vlog for that, and are spending more time together. James has a fun announcement coming soon. And how is your relationship with Tom Schwartz? The more she finds out, the more she is distancing herself from him. She isn't sure how long he knew, but says it looks like they were double dating. Now, speaking of which, I wanted to get into this because thank you, Reality Blur. Jax and Brittany Cartwright let us know if they would return to Vanderpump Rules. Okay. So, yeah, Jax told E! News at the 2023 iHeart Music Awards on March 27 when asked if he and Brittany would return. And Brittany said probably. I wish I could tell you we have so much things going on right now, but yes, it's a possibility. If there's another wedding, which could be, who knows? Yeah, we will be back. As for who else will return for season 11 of Vanderpump Rules, Jax suspected that the cast may be unwilling to film with Sandoval and Raquel, who began the affair behind Ariana's back last summer. I don't know who's going to film with them. That's the problem. Will they come back? Anything is possible, but I just don't know who they would film with. And then Brittany noted that Tom Schwartz would maybe film with them. Maybe Schwartz would be the only person I feel like at this point that would actually film with them. So, I mean, you never know. Moving on to their family, Jax gushed over their son Cruz, who will turn 2 years old on April 12th with a Toy Story themed party. I've been ready since his first birthday party. I'm so excited, Brittany said. And Jax said he's doing amazing. Okay. All right. And I did want to bring up the Stassi Schroeder of it all before we end up capping this off, because Stassi Schroeder is reacting to Kristen, her Vanderpump Rules return, the Scandoval, and she admits that she missed reality TV. She said it feels so vintage for her to be back. I saw the photos of Kristen walking up and like seeing the crew in the back, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what does that feel like? According to Stassi, there's no better person than Kristen to get to the bottom of the Scandoval. Listen, if there was ever a moment for Kristen to come back, this is when they need her. This is when Kristen shines, thrives. She can uncover anything. She can confront anyone. She gets shit done. She has people's backs. She rallies for a cause like this. Kristen is what the people need right now. Then when asked about her own reaction to Scandoval, Stassi made it clear that she's Team Ariana. If you're not Team Ariana, get the f*** out of here. Like, it shouldn't even be a question. Is there somebody out there who's like, I'm Team Tom? Is someone Team Tom? Show me that person. While Stassi isn't planning to rejoin Vanderpump Rules herself, she said that she isn't opposed to returning to television in another manner. I love doing reality TV. I miss it all the time. I think one day there would be something that feels like, oh, this makes sense for me to film something. I don't know what that is right now, but I'm definitely open to filming reality TV again. Okay. All right, guys. I know that we still have at least 7 to 9 episodes before the reunion. As you guys know, the reunion is going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. I have so much that I want to talk about. You guys have to join us tonight. Again, our members only at 7 p.m. Eastern. Jason will be giving you the behind the scenes as to what's going on. We're hearing that Pump is closing. Well, Jason did a little digging. You're not getting this information on the public platform. So we'll see you tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. The link is pinned in the comments. If you haven't joined memberships, it's $2.99 a month. And there will be a members only live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, especially for the rest of the duration of Vanderpump Rules. A lot of the behind the scenes stories, they can't go on the public platform. So hopefully you guys join us and we would love to have you on. Also, guys, go ahead and comment below. What are your thoughts on Scheana's Amazon Live Q&A and Jax and Brittany saying that they would return to Vanderpump Rules? And are you surprised that Stassi is singing Kristen's praises? I have questions to which I need answers. Love you guys. Don't forget that we're going live at 12 p.m. Eastern today for Hot Messy Topics. Join us in the room and let's get into the mess. We'll see you next time. Well, we'll see you in like an hour. Love you.